Bitcoin. It's happening again, and exactly what I've been warning for in some of my latest updates videos is happening now. So let's talk about that within this new update video, and we will also take a deep dive into what's much more important Bitcoin charts. We will take a dive into what's Ethereum and also into what's altcoins. So from there, guys, first of all, watch and like my latest YouTube video and subscribe on the channel, and then we can dive into what's the most important content, because yeah, it's basically happening again. Bitcoin is breaking out of this consolidation phase, and currently we are pushing towards new all-time highs, which is absolutely insane to see. And yeah, Bitcoin is slowly grinding up to those previous all-time highs, and I do think once we break those levels, we will see that next massive Bitcoin move getting initiated, because exactly the same happened here in 2024, where we saw that long consolidation phase, and after we initiated the breakout, we saw a little bit of slow consolidation, just like we've seen now. And once we cleared those highs, basically, yes, that was the exact moment where Bitcoin made a massive move to the top side. And I do think also a lot of other charts are currently indicating that, yeah, that next move is actually imminent. Just take a look at, for example, the MACD indicator. The MACD indicator recently flashed a bullish crossover on the weekly time frame, and normally this is a super bullish indicator for that next massive Bitcoin move to the top side. Always at the bullish crossover, there is a little bit of consolidation first before we see that massive breakout to the top side. But yeah, I do think it's currently happening, and it's happening right now with Bitcoin pushing to those new all-time highs. So I must say, it's actually looking quite good. I don't think we should be getting too euphoric here, because I do think this will be the last Bitcoin move to the top side. Because also if we take a look in towards the RSI, we can clearly see that we have been setting a downwards trend and basically creating a bearish divergence. I do think we will fill the trend line of the bearish divergence, and from there we will move to the downside. So basically my ultimate Bitcoin price target will be laying around 120,000-130,000 US dollars. That is a little bit of a more conservative price target, but yeah, in my opinion, better safe than sorry. I do think this isn't the moment to get too euphoric, and definitely not once we are trading at the top of this line, where I do think we will be trading at very soon, because yeah, that next Bitcoin move is about to get initiated. And yeah, as I said, once we clear those previous highs, that's the exact moment where the real Bitcoin move will be getting started. So let's see about that. It's definitely looking quite interesting for Bitcoin. We are still seeing a little bit of rejection from those previous highs, which is very normal, because this is, yeah, as I said, a supply zone where a lot of people are looking to sell off a little bit of the Bitcoin and take some profits. If we zoom in a little bit on the Bitcoin chart, on that short term, on that hourly time frame here, we can basically see that we have once again created the perfect consolidation, and we are now initiating the next move higher, just like we've done 3 times before in this massive move up, which we basically started from the lows. So yeah, this is looking absolutely insane. I just can't deny the fact that Bitcoin is looking insanely bullish here. So yeah, definitely getting quite excited about the price action. And as discussed in my video yesterday, Bitcoin is about to flash a new golden cross, and that is ultimately also a super bullish indicator, because yeah, this is normally a very great indicator to be predicting the next Bitcoin move. And we can also see that this golden cross is about to get created shortly after a dead cross, and normally once something like that happens, then the move to the top side will be even bigger, just like what happened before in 2024. We see the dead cross, we basically see that ultimate bear trap. From there we move higher, we make those lows, we move higher, we create a new golden cross, and from there we see a new massive move to the top side. And in my opinion, if we for example take a look into 2024, we are trading at a level like this, where we have seen a little bit of consolidation, and right now we are in that phase where we can clearly see that retail isn't here yet. There isn't a lot of retail interest in towards Bitcoin. And yeah, if we will gain more retail interest in this move higher, that could be the only exception where I see Bitcoin moving much higher out of that bearish divergence. But I don't see that happening personally, because we simply haven't seen that retail interest this cycle yet. Of course, it could still be coming. So so let's see about that. I do think it's ultimately a bullish indicator, but yeah, let's be honest, this is somewhat of a more institutional cycle, and we can see that with everything. We can see it with the ETF flows basically, because yesterday once again we saw massive flows in towards Bitcoin, and this time also in towards Ethereum. So that is ultimately a quite bullish signal once again, but it also indicates to us that yes, this is somewhat of a more institutional cycle and not that much of a retail cycle yet, but yeah, it could still come. And guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin altcoins yourself, make sure you do it on Blowfin. I've linked this platform below under all my latest YouTube videos. Yeah, just make sure you check it out if you're getting interested in trading, because currently you can claim some absolutely insane deposit bonuses on Blowfin, so make sure to check that out if you want to do so. And yeah, from there let's dive into towards Ethereum, because yeah, we saw some massive ETF inflows yesterday, which is definitely a bullish indicator. Institutions are getting more interest in Ethereum currently. BlackRock was the biggest buyer of that Ethereum ETF, so definitely quite some positive signals there. If we take a look into towards the Ethereum chart, we are still trading within this massive consolidation zone basically, where Ethereum has seen or massive support or resistance in the past within this zone. So I do still think we could be consolidating a little bit more within that consolidation before we see that massive move to the top side. My ultimate price target for Ethereum is still this $4,000 level, which is basically marking the range high from where Ethereum is currently trading in. So definitely still quite excited about the Ethereum price action. We do know that Ethereum has been perfectly bouncing off the 2019 and 2020 lows on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, and currently also the short-term Ethereum versus Bitcoin price action is turning more bullish once again. So that is also looking quite good. The Bitcoin dominance is currently at a crucial level in my opinion, because the Bitcoin dominance has been moving a little bit up after this massive move down, and is currently facing a little bit of a rejection on this trend line, and this could be a reversal point where the Bitcoin dominance starts moving down once again. I do think once we break through this resistance line, we will basically be round tripping this move to the downside, and that will ultimately be something very bearish for altcoins. So I hope that we will see a rejection here back to the downside, and from there we can see a little bit of consolidation. But yeah, let's see how that's going to play out. And guys, that was it for today's update video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update video, and I will see you guys within the next update video tomorrow.